Welcome, listeners, today. It's an episode about the artist inner world, healing, expression, and balance. We will talk about navigating the music scene, creativity, healing, and the authenticity as being an artist. Welcome to Furtitude and Flow, the podcast. Solo Noor.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
It's going to be fun. Can you tell a little bit about your background and how you got into music?
Yes, absolutely. So I started quite late with music compared to a lot of other musicians that I know. When I was gonna go to what is called videregående in Norwegian, I would probably guess it's like high school in yeah, you would call it that in English maybe. It's yeah. You can choose different study programs, and for some reason I thought it would be cool to do music, even though I had very little experience. And then I started, and I chose to sing and play guitar, and I just realized that I really loved it, and I decided that I want to do this every day, and I want this to be my profession. So I continued from there, and I studied musical theater in Oslo. And then I realized that I wasn't really a big actress, but I love to write and to compose music. So then I studied in Kristiansand to be a singer-songwriter and a composer. And yeah, I went there. And after that, I've been both teaching music and writing and performing, having different projects, and just yeah, trying to spend as much time as possible on both performing and writing music.
When did you start? How old were you?
So then I guess I were 15 to 16 maybe when I started. I liked to sing, and I sang a bit before, but like I didn't really start, I think, before I was maybe 15, 16.
All right. Okay,
Mm.
that's very good. Yeah, how did music first become a form of healing for you?
So I think I I am a very emotional person, but that it's not always so easy to talk about things that you think that you maybe need to talk about, stuff that's hard to talk about, all these things. For me, it's much easier if I can write poetry and express it through singing. And for me, this has been really helpful just to get my to get the stuff off of my chest. And earlier I wrote a lot about more like society and things that I thought needed change, or it could be personal stuff, but also a lot more like political messages. And then I lost my younger brother a couple of years ago, and he was only 16 years old, so it was very traumatic, very shocking experience, and it's been a lot of grief. And yeah, now that has been something new that I didn't write much about before, didn't think much about, but now it's now music for me has become almost my only way of kind of processing what happened, because I think it's so difficult to talk about. So now that is something that I write about, hoping not only to maybe heal myself in a way, but maybe also create space for others who need to talk about similar things. People who feel alone, think that they are the only ones that experience something. And I think reaching out through art of all sorts is a good way of connecting. And when terrible stuff happens, it's very hard to, like, you can talk about healing, but in a way you never truly, or I would say, like, you never really heal. It's like it will always be there, but to maybe use it in a positive way to connect with others, to maybe be able to see things in a different perspective that can be helpful for other people, I think is something that at least gives meaning. And if you have meaning, then life is worth living, even though it didn't turn out the way you maybe expected it to.
That's exactly how it is. And I'm sorry about your brother.
Same
Must have
here.
been very hard.
Hmm.
And I think that, like you said, that music can be a way of expressing yourself when it comes to going through grief or bad situations, hard times, periods in life. But also, it can also be turned into something good that other people can find inspiration and hope about, which is very good with it. So music can definitely be a healing power, and like you said, people are coming together through it as well. I think that's very nice answer, and it seems to me that was has been one of the most important things for you about music.
Yeah, in many ways it has. And also, I think that when you experience things that are hard, just to have some direction in life, to have a passion is very important. So if it is to write music, or if it is to play paddle, or like cook good food, or whatever it is, if you have a passion, it's much easier to get up in the morning and do something, because you have something that is meaningful. And so I think that has also been a big part of it for me, that it's a part of me that is always meaningful. Like, it always gives me something, no matter how hard things get.
You can always go back to music and write a good song.
Yeah, or a bad one, but at least it's yeah, better than doing nothing, I think.
You kind of like already answered this question. I'm guessing it's like, can you share a moment where creating or performing helped you process grief or drama? I think you actually explained a little bit about
Hmm.
that, but
Yes. So yeah, definitely the situation with my brother, I think, has been the most yeah. It has also been other times in life, but I think now it's strange when you experience something like that, then everything else seems so small or so trivial. It's like a probably been a lot of other things that I thought were heavy when it happened, but now it's kind of not so heavy anymore. But of course, when typically when you have a breakup or this sort of things, I think it's a very typical situation, or inspiration for writing music.
yes, when you lose someone, it's an attachment trauma, which is hard for everyone.
Mm,
It can be very painful.
absolutely. Like kärlekssorg in Norwegian. I don't know if it's in English, if it can be
Love
directly
grief,
translated.
maybe.
Love grief, yeah. It's
Maybe.
also a grief, definitely.
Yeah, it's horrible. I hate that.
Yeah,
Fuck.
it's really horrible.
Do you think pain and creativity are connected, or can art also grow from joy and peace?
Yes and yes. I think definitely negative emotions and crisis is something that is uh, but I think maybe what can give inspiration to create it, just like all sort of emotions. If it's a good or a bad one, doesn't matter. But if it's a like a strong emotion, then it's good for writing, and it can also be positive. But luckily, or else life would be awful for everyone who does art. I think if you had to be like super depressed to do anything that's good. So I think definitely that you can make just as beautiful music from a happy place than from a sad place. It's
Yeah,
just
I
like
actually think so too.
yeah. Mm.
How can listeners use music intentionally for their own healing, do you think?
For me, it has been very um, like important to allow myself to feel the what is there, and not try to avoid the uncomfortable feelings, to avoid the pain. So if I'm sad, I usually listen to very sad music, and it makes me even sadder. And then I cry maybe, and I get very sad and even more sad. And I didn't think it was possible to be so sad. And then after a while, it's like you actually get maybe a bit like finished for now. Like okay, now I've been crying for 3 hours. Maybe I should get up and do something. And when you then go on with your day, at least for me, I feel like it's like, oh, I feel little bit lighter than if I just keep pushing and pushing and pushing things away. So for me, to listen to music that kind of resonates with my emotional state is very good to kind of give myself space so that I can release whatever is there. And also, if you're very happy, I think it's good to listen to happy music. I know some people also use music to kind of switch emotional state. That if you're sad, you can listen to a happy song, and then maybe you get a bit more happy. But for me, this is very impossible. If I'm sad, or if I listen to a happy song, or like this sort of more energized music, then it feels very, like the dissonance is so intense. So I'll be like, no, no, I can't have that. I need if I'm sad, I need sad music. If I'm happy, I want happy music. And I think that's a good way of using music to kind of work through emotions. And also, just as I said earlier, and I think that is such a important point. Like no matter what you do, or no matter where you are or who you are, I think people really want to feel connected to each other, to something. And when someone writes about something that resonates with you, it's makes you feel less alone, and it's a way of it's a way of connection. And I think that is very healing, um, for everyone to feel this yeah connectedness.
I think that's a very good point, and through music, it's very you can really create that through music, and that's what people come on concerts, and people are really listening to your songs because they feel the same things you've been through, and they
Mm.
do connect, and I think that's why they appreciate music so much as well. I was thinking now we're going to talk about artistic self-discovery. How did you find your artistic voice and genre? I mean, all that is a process. It's not that easy, actually. So, how do you find yourself as an artist?
Mm. No, it's very hard, and I still, in a way, feel that I haven't really found myself completely as an artist. I think it's a very like it's an ongoing process where you just explore different sides of your art and yourself. For me, the solar Noor universe is it's a part of me. It's not the whole of me, but it's a big part of me, and I try to like have it a bit open, this universe, for whatever is affecting me, so that it feels like it's in tune with how I evolve as a person. Um, and sometimes I think it's I'm a bit unsure, like, do I want an artist name or like this artist personality? But then we kind of always, me and Sheena, who's my manager, we kind of always go back to that. It's also a good thing for you as like private private person, or for the rest of your life, to kind of separate things. So that's how we have chosen to do it. But there's many ways to do it, I think, and exactly how you find your artist personality is, I guess, different from person to person. But to go for something, and then I think that's always a good way to start, is to just go for something, and but be open, and then see what comes. Because if you're too specific, maybe you'll miss out on something that could really resonate with you. But if you're also too open and don't have any framework, then it will be hard for people to connect with you, because that's also part of the artist personality, is to have sort of a personality, or create this universe that is a bit specific, so that you connect with the right people, or that some people really feel at home in your universe. It really talks to them, and then you need to be brave and go for something a bit specific, because then they might feel that they can kind of see themselves in whatever you are presenting. So for me, it has been a lot of sides of me that is kind of put together and kind of enhanced. And then we adjust a bit as we go, depending on what kind of music we want to create. And yeah, just like the natural way of how we evolve as people and musicians.
How can, for example, a studio session be like for you? How do you
Mm,
get into the vibe, and does it just come naturally, or?
both yes and no. I am very much a live artist. I really love to play concerts, and now times are changing a bit, so it's very important to record things and publish things, and be a lot on social media, be out there, and and to have like studio sessions, and yeah. So for me, it has actually been a bit challenging to get in the vibe when we go to a session, because I I just really love to play concerts. And when you come in the studio, it's very much, I think, oh, now everything have to be perfect, and I'll probably not be happy with what we make, or like this. So it has been a journey to kind of learn to like also that situation. But I think it really helps to chat a bit first, to be friends, to be like interested. How are you? How are things? Maybe have like a coffee or something to kind of loosen up, and then also to just be open and let the session take you wherever. And some days are good, and some days are not so good, and that's also okay, to not be like, oh, every session needs to be so productive or so perfect, or we need to create something really good. But it's more like just to have the continuity of it, keep meeting up, and keep creating stuff together. And then there is a lot of things that you never publish or never do anything, like it was only something that there and then you realize, no, it was not that good. and then maybe something will come up later, and you'll be like, oh, that was actually really good. Maybe we'll do something with that, and then it becomes maybe your favorite piece, or yeah. So to just be in the creative flow.
What kind of instruments did you play again? You played guitar?
Yeah, so I play a bit guitar and a bit piano. Very little though, but I use it mostly to compose and to write music. Very rarely, it's very rarely that I play instruments live and stuff like this. I usually have someone with me to play, but I can hit like a few chords and yeah, move my way around. So that's very helpful, definitely.
Very nice. I have a friend of mine. He's a musician as well, and he said that it's important sometimes to find yourself a good producer, and they can actually tell you you actually should do more songs like this or this genre because your voice is better for that and
Mm,
things like that. And because it's not always easy to find your voice, I think a lot of good music and a lot of time can get wasted if you don't find a good producer who actually can point you in the right direction. Sometimes everybody need that.
mm.
Is
I
that what you have been now that you are signed to a record label? You can talk more
Yeah,
about that.
definitely. I think it's very important, and it gives the uh, project a lot to have a good producer. And as you said, it's someone who can help you to make decisions. It's someone you can always like rely on giving you um, honest feedback. And also, as you say, with maybe giving you some feedback on where you should go, considering your voice and these sort of things. I think for me, it's been a very long. I've been doing a lot of different genres before I kind of landed in the more alternative singer songwriter genre. So I've also been trying out a lot of different stuff. So when I was younger, I also played bass actually, and I sang and
All
played
right.
bass in a punk rock band, which I thought was a lot of fun. But when I kind of go back listening to it now, it's very clear that was definitely not my thing. And then also, since I went to study musical, I was very into musicals and classical singing. So I have a lot of classical training. Uh, and I also have a jazz trio, so I sing a lot of jazz. And I think it's then easy to think that, oh no, it's so much and it's so confusing, why can't I just choose something? But when you then for example, for me now, I met a producer, we work well together, and then we find like a genre, and then it's really cool to take elements from everything you've done earlier and kind of put it together, and then that's like your unique expression. So everything that you can get along the way of inspiration and feedback from different producers is good, I think, because you can have a lot of good producers and they will tell you different things. So I think what's most important is kind of what feels like what resonates with you, because it's also a lot about aesthetic, like about taste, and sometimes people have just different taste.
I totally agree. His process being in the studio and be working with something because you can start with an idea and it will a lot of times turn out to be something completely different
Mm,
and a lot of times a lot better than you originally thought of.
mm.
What role does vulnerability play in authentic expression, you think?
Can you ask that one more time, please?
What role does vulnerability play in
Mm.
authentic expression? How much is there any? How much should you give of yourself into a song? Do you think for it to become authentic enough?
Mm. I think that's a very good question, and I think like vulnerability in general is so important when it comes to especially this connecting, as we talked about earlier. And that's kind of what we want. We want to connect, and if we're not vulnerable, that is impossible. And often I think that people think they are vulnerable, or maybe they think that they are writing or that they are expressing something vulnerable or something authentic, but then it's kind of just uh, the mirror reflection of the real thing, if you get me. Like if you have a child that you can really notice the difference between if they actually are sad or if they are kind of acting sad because that's what they think. This is they have like this very, like they're making like like the pouty lip or something like this. That's where they
Hmm.
have seen that, oh, this is to be sad, and this is the way I need to express myself to be sad. But then you kind of see that it's like not really genuine. It's just something uh, they kind of like acting the feeling in a way. And I think this is, I do this myself also when writing music, that I have this idea that, oh, I want to express this or I want to express this. And then I see when the product is starting to kind of finish, I'm like, oh no, it's just the idea of the authenticity, or like I just wanted to be vulnerable, but I wasn't really. So I think that's very hard actually, and really important to just work on how to really express things in a genuine way and not want to be genuine and express things for the sake of being genuine in a way. So and how not to do that, I think it's just to be very mindful of how you make things, and why you make it, and kind of arrest yourself a bit if it's not really genuine, if it's just uh, like try hard genuine.
Very good answer. I agree. It's like as you are an artist, you are trying to always create the best of yourself and trying to get to the inner feelings that you actually have, and you want to get out there and express them in a creative way. And it's always a balance how much you do it. And you said it's a good thing that you said you said you had been studying musical theater, and that's like then you probably learn how to act
Mm,
those feelings before. But I can only say in the case, when you write something and you are performing, is usually when you get to express everything, because you are there now with the crowd. You really need to show them that I have this, and
mm,
that's really hard to do in a studio session. I've
mm,
experienced, at least. It's a big difference from those two scenarios.
definitely. Mm.
I was thinking as well, how is it actually to be an artist now for people who don't know? I mean, the writing songs, you have to compose it, you have to promote it, you have to go out there and find concerts, you have to be on all these digital platforms. It's a lot of work.
Yes, definitely. And I think it's a lot more to it than people realize. And especially like my parents can, for example, be like, oh, you're so talented. Why don't you just go out there and sing for the world, And I'd be like, yeah, I'm trying. But it's, oh, that song is so good. Why don't you just record it and put it out on Spotify? And then I'm like, yeah, but it's like 50,000 to record it and put it on Spotify. It's like I need to. it's a lot of money also involved, and you need to write applications and you need to save up money. Like it's a, I think I, I in a way I try to not say it, but sometimes I do say it even though. But I feel like I am a professional singer because I get paid to sing. But for now, I don't really get paid to be an artist or to be a composer. So that is kind of like it's like I feel like that's the part of my singing career that is still on more of an amateur or like a hobby basis, just because it's so hard to make money of it. Of course, this depends on how you define professional or not professional, because I would definitely also say that I'm professional. But when it comes to what comes in and what goes out money wise, the to write your own music and be like an artist is very hard, because you're trying to sell a product that no one asked for. So you need to kind of make people think that you need to sell a product that people don't need. So you need to try to convince them that this is something they need, and then try to convince them that this is also something you need so much that you should pay for it. And that is super hard. As you said, you need to be everywhere on all sort of digital platforms. For me, I think that's been very challenging, because I try to be as little on social media as possible. I really want to spend time doing other things, and if I scroll a lot, I feel I get very tired and depressed, and it's not good for my mental health. But at the same time, I also know that I need to kind of be on social media, because I need to have somewhere to promote things. If I'm like releasing a song or having a concert, I need to have the algorithms somewhat on my side, and also I need to see, what is trending, what is how do social media look now, what is like normal to post. So you need to be a bit there, but at the same time, for me at least, I need to also make sure that I am not so much on social media, because I feel like it's very exhausting. And that's one part of it. And then the other part of it is, of course, that you now I'm very lucky to have my manager and producer, to have Sheena. She is taking responsibility for a lot of the things that I used to do on my own, but it's kind of like all like writing applications and keeping like all the distributing and keeping record of everything that we've done, and writing emails and doing all these things. This is like, because this is a job in itself, so it's very good to work with someone. And then of course it's just to arrange a concert is yeah, expensive and
Yeah,
takes a lot of
it's a lot.
time.
It's a very time consuming. All of these things you are saying
Yeah,
right now.
definitely. So, but of course, it's also a lot of fun, and what's most important is the writing of the music, and you record, and then when you have a concert, even though maybe there's not so much people showing, sometimes it doesn't really matter. It's very what you call it, rewarding, anyways. So, but it's not easy to make it a living.
No, not at all. I mean, probably never have been, but like you said, at least to have a record label behind you and do all the administration work and the promotion, and so you can focus on creating good music instead of doing all the other jobs. It helps a lot.
Definitely helps a lot. So I'm very grateful for that.
Where do you? Yeah, it was this. Sorry. Being, have you ever felt pressure to present a certain image? That's what we talked a little bit about, being the
Mm,
artist.
no, not
Is that
really.
no?
Or not to present a certain image, but maybe I think For example, now that I have a lot of music around grief and the loss of my brother, this sort of
Mm.
thing, it's very hard to. I feel like when you're selling something, you usually want to be like a bit inviting and open, and you're maybe like smiling, and you're like, oh yeah, listen to this. But if it's something that is really sad, it's very hard to present because it's like how to present something that is just sad. I don't know. It's that has been a lot of kind of hard because it would be much easier to just be a bit on the surface and just like, oh, listen to my music, oh, release the new song, please listen, ah, and happy. But now everything needs to be a lot more thought through, and there's a lot of do's and don'ts, a lot of feelings, emotions, my family and other people that I need to be aware of how the way I express myself can affect them. And also, it's a very sensitive topic how the way I express myself, maybe what I say, what I write, what I do, like how can that affect other people in the same situation? Will they feel that I represent them in a good way, or is it someone who feels that it's very um, how to put it, like um, that I'm not considerate in the way I express myself. This is hard, I think, and in a
Mm.
way, and that's a way where I felt maybe a bit pressure on how to come across and how to express myself.
Yeah, I understand. It's like, but do you feel like you need to? I mean, as an artist, you can also be very free to express yourself. I'm guessing this is depends what kind of songs you are writing.
Mm, definitely. And sometimes I also write a lot of music that is more it's not so obvious what it's about. You know, it's a lot just like feeling and the chord progression, the melody, and like the song itself is telling more of a story, and the lyrics is maybe more metaphors and images. And in that way, you can express yourself very freely. I think because it's up to interpretation, and yeah, it's just your piece of art. um, but for example, for one of my songs, it's called "Make Me Cry," and the song is very is a lot of images and metaphors and very open. It's very hard to kind of grasp what it's really about. But I kind of also wanted it to be possible for people to understand the story, and I decided to make a music video. And the music video, or the is it's telling the story of my brother and what happened to him, and then I needed to think and be very careful because the way I kind of wanted to express myself could affect a lot of people negatively, maybe. And
Yes.
yeah, and it's important to. But at the same time, at first I was thinking, okay, I want this video to maybe be helpful or to do someone good. But then after a while, I also had to just be accepting of my artistic expression. Also, like sometimes you make art about something that is sad, and it's not about making it better or helping anyone. It's just you expressing something that you experienced. And like for example, after World War II, there is a lot of movies and music and things that have been made that it's not really helpful in any way. It's just very sad, but at the same time, it is helpful that someone is telling their story because maybe someone can relate, or maybe we can learn just from the story, even though the way it's
Yeah, it's knowledge out there.
mm, but maybe it's not really for you to feel better. Like when you see the boy in the striped pajamas, you don't feel better afterwards. You feel awful, but it's still an important movie.
Yeah, a very important messages comes out of that anyways, which is good. So people can actually think and remember and hopefully not repeat the same things.
Mm.
Um, to find self-confidence as an artist, how do you do that? Is that something that
I
just
don't know.
develops during the process? No,
I don't know. I have no
but it's
idea.
an important thing to have
Yeah,
because it's a
definitely.
tough business. And
Mm,
sometimes you just need to believe in yourself, so you give reasons so everyone else can believe in you too.
yeah.
You
Oh,
understand?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree, but at the same time, I feel like for me, it's been I've kind of also just mm, how to put it. Maybe Sheena won't like that I say this, but I've kind of it's not so important to me that people acknowledge my music or me as an artist, and it's not so important to me that I get many plays or that I get to like get my music out there so much. Because if it was very important to me, I think it would exhaust me and make me very sad. Because um, it's, as you say, it's such a tough business. So for me, I have kind of just agreed with myself that I write and record and I release songs, I play concerts, and I do this because it's important to me. And if someone likes it and wants to listen, that makes me very happy. And if people don't, it's also okay. So that I feel like that has helped me maybe with my confidence actually in a way, because I'm not so dependent, or it doesn't, like if I release a song and it doesn't get as many plays as the last song I released or whatever, I don't take it personal, because I also know how much of coincidences that is like working with or against you. And I just write music for my own sake, and then hopefully someone can enjoy it, and if not, yeah, as I said, it's also okay.
But that's also, I mean, a very relaxing approach to it, which is probably good too to have, so you don't exhaust yourself. But I think it's like you creating good music and music you believe in, and you are yourself. And
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
and that's a
I
very
have.
good thing.
Yeah, I think if you want to, like, I could definitely be more well known and get my music out there in many other ways if I'd been more, for example, I've been in situations where maybe there is someone who's like, oh, this is a good idea to go talk to that person. That person can maybe help you book you there or get you in on that playlist. And but I kind of like, oh, I think it's so lovely to just be like, I don't give a damn. It's like I don't go talk to people to get them to promote me or to for them to give me a favor. It's like if I talk to someone, it's because I want to talk to them, not to get like a favor. And I know other musicians who are making sure they're on the right places at the right time. They go to songwriting camps all over, and they're really trying to promote themselves. And I think that's very admirable, and it's a lot of work. But for me, it's been nice to just let go of that and to just be me. And um, yeah, the music business has a lot of sides to it that I am not necessarily such a big fan of. So to be a bit
Understandable.
on the outside, it's also okay for me.
Um, what helps you recharge, Sikkerli, Faisal? physically? What helps you recharge you physically, mentally, and emotionally when you are tired? What
Mm,
helps? Because it can be very hard to write songs and
definitely. I think for me, it's been because I also know that, for example, if you're burnt out and very tired, many people will also say like it doesn't necessarily help to rest. Sometimes you need to do things that gives you energy. Do things that's good for you. And I definitely believe that is the case in many situations. But also for me, I am a very active person, and I have also other hobbies that I have a lot of hobbies that I really love. So I
that's
love
nice.
yeah, that's very nice. So I love yoga, and I also teach yoga and Pilates, and I love to be outside hiking and to climb and I have like a lot of I like to paint and to draw, and there's so much stuff I want to do. And sometimes I think for me to just do nothing is important. So for me, it's actually like resting is rest to do nothing because it's so easy. Also, you get some spare time, and then you're like, oh, I can promote on social media now, or oh, I can check all my emails, or oh, I can do my accountant work now, or oh, oh, there's the sun. I'm gonna go for a long run, and it's like, then suddenly you're just you do all the time, and then when you're gonna go to bed in the night, it's like, oh, you can't sleep because everything is just like. So for me to be
Yes.
just like, okay, it's actually okay to sit down and to read a good book and have a cup of tea and just like look out the window. That is also normal and okay to like relax. So for me, that's been something that I try to allow myself, even though I think it's hard.
But it's important too, and do other things than just music as well. And it seems like you are expressing your art in different way too.
Hmm.
Yeah, like painting and yoga is a very good thing to be grounded and in your body, and also teaching it away. It
Hmm.
seems like you do a lot of good things for yourself. I was also wondering, do you have any upcoming songs, albums,
Yes, I
events now?
do. So we are releasing a new song very soon. We're actually trying to have it ready by Friday, but I think it won't be. But it will definitely be released now in
By
the
Friday?
beginning. Yeah. So, but I think not. It will be released by Friday, but I think it will be released maybe next Friday or the Friday after that. And it's called a sad one, and yes, very much like a bittersweet little thing. So I am excited for it to be released, and it's a part of the my upcoming like debut album that is definitely releasing like singles, and then the whole album will be out by summer, I think. And so that's that. And in December, I'm also playing a Christmas concert at the cafe very close to where I live at the 19th of December. So that will be, and also have a lot of other Christmas gigs, but that's with more like other projects. I also have like a jazz trio, and we play a lot in Christmas. But with the Solar Noor project, it's the 19th of December, and yeah, hopefully we will just be booking in for next summer, hopefully, and yeah. But so the next thing coming up is a sad one that is released now this fall.
And that's very soon, so that's going to be exciting to hear. Solar Noor, what's behind the artist's name?
Mm. So I am very fond of the sun, and
Yes.
yes, and I had also a necklace that is like with the sun on it that I really love, that I've been wearing a lot for many years, and it's been like a very strong symbol for me. So it was actually the inspiration for the first part of the name, and then Noor is like solar Noor, eller solar Noor in Norwegian. But Noor is kind of like, instead of having north, it's Noor, but it's kind of from that word, so it's supposed to give that kind of associations to the north. So Son of
Very
the
nice.
North. Hmm.
Um, the feeling when you got signed to a label, many artists, that's the first goal. How was that for you? Was it a long road to get there?
Um, it was a bit different, maybe, since me and Sheena studied together. So and it was we started to work together a little bit earlier, and then uh, so we kind of worked a bit together before I was signed to her label, and
And
yeah,
the name was on that was
Vibrant Seeds. Vibrant Seed
nice.
Records. Yes. So
Congrats.
thank you. So yeah, so we were working together for a long time. So for me, I didn't really feel in that way. I didn't feel a lot of difference because we already worked together. So it was more on the paper, if you get me. But
Yes.
of course, it's really nice to have that agreement and to work together. It's nice to have, as we talked about, like a good producer, someone that supports you, gives you good feedback, and to share the everything that has to be done, especially of the more administrative things, is very good. But also Sheena is writing a lot of the music with me. We write the music together, so she's just like a big part of Solar Noor, and the music that we produce. A lot of the um, uh, how to put it, the expression is also her expression.
All
So
right.
yeah,
Okay.
so it's been very nice, and a big change from what I was used to have a label to work with.
There are now 3 artists I know to that label, isn't that correct?
Mm.
It's you and Ruslan
Ruslan, and
and
Marianne, or I don't know her, so I think that's her name.
yeah, I think he mentioned that Ruslan actually, that there were
Mm.
3 now. So that's great things coming up this year and
Yeah.
next year. I know from that
Mm.
label. It's going to be exciting to see. But for you, it seems that it would be fun to go out and play concerts. That's what you like more.
Yes, that's what I like. So I'm really excited to yes, that we get to book some concerts now for the summer, and that's also very good with to have Vibrant Seeds in Norwegian. We say like i ryggen, that supports you, that has your back.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
that
it's
has your back.
also,
It's very
yeah,
important.
yeah, so that it's easier to get a bit some of the gigs that is more not just to arrange concerts yourself, but to be booked into different arrangements and festivals and this sort of things, because yeah, that's like the goal.
Yeah, I mean, it's very time consuming. So you need someone to push you forward, especially if you don't like to do it that yourself, to promote
Mm,
yourself that much.
yeah,
Um,
definitely.
what would you say to a kid or someone who wants to start with music and become an artist? What is the piece of advice you would give someone?
to just go for it and just start somewhere and just let the road be a part of the goal or just let the process be something that you enjoy because you never know where you're going to end up, so just make sure that you also enjoy the process and that you have fun, because that's why usually you choose to do such a thing, like be a musician. It's very it can be very it can be a hard role to choose for oneself. So just make sure that you have fun and that you enjoy it.
Is it, do you practice a lot on the instruments, or it's a lot of practice?
Yeah, I when I studied music, I could practice like 3 or 4 hours every day, especially singing, and maybe also then play a bit piano, play a bit guitar. But now I am getting a bit lazy, so I usually rehearse a lot if I have a concert or if I'm going into the studio. Then I rehearse what I am doing, or gonna perform. But except from that, it's just more like I sing for fun. But I don't do I should do it, but now I don't do that I do scales or that I rehearse songs that I know are hard for me and that I should rehearse. I it's much more um, uh, chill, and I usually rehearse what I am performing.
I understand it.
But that's after 10 years of rehearsing many hours every
Yes,
day. So
remember that hard work always beats talent.
yeah,
It's
definitely.
important.
Yes, definitely. It definitely does.
Yeah, I was thinking as well. Fortitude means strength. What kind of methods have you used in life or in music as an artist to overcome adversity?
Adversity.
Motgang.
Hmm. Yes. Hmm. I think to just keep keep on going and keep on fighting, if you get me. It's this yeah, this passion that we talked about earlier, that is a crucial part of for me at least, how to get through tough times and to just never give up. Yeah, just do your thing, and then maybe you need to take yeah, maybe things doesn't go as you planned, or you have to take a step back, but it's all a part of the process, as I said earlier, and to try to always see the opportunities, like what is okay, this was not what I planned, but is there anything good that can come out of this? Is it anything I can learn? And then just take what you can take from it and just keep on going, because yeah, there is
All right.
much worse to lay down.
Don't give up. Yeah.
Yeah,
So basically, what you're saying, consistency and adapt in the
yeah,
situation.
yeah. That was a good translation of what I just said. Definitely consistency and adapting to the situation. Yes,
Very
what you
good.
said.
Um, where can we find your music and your upcoming shows now?
So you can find my music, and I think also the upcoming shows will be showing on Spotify. You can find the music on Tidal, on iTunes, and also you can find information about concerts on Facebook or Instagram under the artist names Solar Noor and Solar Noor. And
That's
also on
perfect.
and also on Vibrant Seeds Facebook and Instagram. Will there be posted stuff?
That's very good. That will be in the show notes. And I think it was a very interesting conversation. I
Yes, me
learned a
too.
lot.
Yeah, me too. And thank you for Thank you again for having me. It's been my first time doing a podcast, so that's very exciting.
That's very good. Very cool.
Yes,
Always the first time for everything. So this is a good
yes,
episode.
definitely.
All right. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, and
Thank
yeah.
you. If you liked this episode, it would mean a lot if you liked, shared, and subscribed, and left a comment with any ideas how to improve the podcast. All of this would really help the podcast grow. Thank you for your support.